Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to be teaching you where to look during a fight. With me I got Tomlin, and I'm Jackson, as you guys know. And so this is a common problem that I had when I first started out, is I'd look into the eyes of my opponent instead of looking at their shoulders, and that's where you want to kind of keep your gaze. So go ahead and get in position. So instead of looking straight into my opponent's eyes, looking up here where all the action is with his hands, and if I do happen to stare into his eyes and I'm looking right here where all the fists are, because you're focused on what's in front of you. And so what's in front of me are two fists and these eyes. And a lot of people think they can figure out where someone's telegraphing just by looking straight into their eyes and be like, okay, well, he's staring at my chin, so obviously he's trying to attack my chin. That's not always the case. You know, you're losing a lot of peripheral vision. You're not seeing a lot of stuff that's going on, especially if they are a trained individual. Because if I'm looking straight into his eyes, I'm losing down here. I can see up here, I can see his shoulders a little bit. But if he's trained and he's going to throw a kick, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing this foot. I'm not seeing the shin at all. I'm just seeing the knee come up. So if I'm not trained and I'm not looking for it, you know, he's slipping that kick right into my ribs, and it's really going to be causing me damage. And you know, it could cost me the fight. And so what we're going to teach you is where to look. And where I usually look is I do a soft. I'm not like staring straight into his shoulders, but I'm letting my gaze rest at shoulder level of my opponent. The reason why is because your peripheral vision also provides faster reflex. Your brain sees peripheral. Everything in your peripheral vision is processed by the brain faster than if I'm directly staring at it. So I kind of let my gaze rest at shoulder level. So get in stance. And so what this allows me is a full body image if I'm looking at shoulder level. If I look up, if I'm aiming straight into his eyes, and you know he's looking at my shoulders, I don't really know what he's thinking. Now he's kind of got his chin tucked like he is, and it also keeps your chin tucked when you do look down like that. And so now he's in a better position overall because his chin is tucked, and I don't know what he's about to throw. And if he trains like this at looking at shoulder eye level, you go ahead and throw a jab. See, I didn't even know it's coming. It looks like he's about to attack low. So if you're my opponent and I'm looking straight into your eyes like this right here, you guys can kind of see I'm coming straight for you, right? Now if I'm divert and I'm looking down at shoulder level, it's harder to see exactly where I'm trying to go and what I'm trying to do, right? But if I'm looking at you, you know I'm going for a headshot, but you don't know if it's high or low. So if I'm looking right here, you think it's low, and it's jab straight down. So you really got to be focused on knowing what your opponent sees. So that's why I also think that training in a mirror, shadow boxing in a mirror, you can kind of tell what your opponent's going to see, and you need to train in front of a mirror to kind of get a gauge on, okay, if that was my opponent, okay, I'm telegraphing a lot. Okay, I'm looking right here where I'm throwing a lot. And you want to get to the point where, you know, you can kind of divert your attention or be wherever you are, be able to change to a stance, not be focused exactly on the head, like I'm looking low. He thinks it's a low kick, you come up for a high kick. All types of shit you can do, but it's all about a mind game and deception. And so I got my gaze at shoulder level, go ahead and throw a kick. I saw his foot coming the entire time. Go ahead and throw a kick closer up. I saw the foot come up the entire time. I had a lot of time to react to that. Now, if I'm looking up, go ahead and throw. I barely saw the knee come up. By the time I saw the knee in my vision, it's already made contact. It's too late. I can't even react to it. So go ahead and throw a kick. I can't see it. I know I can kind of guesstimate because I'm trained where it's coming in at, but especially if I'm untrained, it's going to catch me completely off guard. And this is taking into account that your opponent is trained, has been in fights, and is trying to attack you or cause serious damage, especially in the street. And this could also go into the ring. So that's why I think you need to be looking at shoulder level and keep your gaze. And it needs to be an easy gaze. It don't need to be a direct stare straight on. And that's all you're focused on is the damn shoulders. It's a soft gaze, and you're letting the peripheral visions do the work. So go ahead. I got a soft gaze. Go ahead and throw whatever you want. So he threw a jab, he threw another jab, threw a jab, jab, jab. He's just jabbing. That's a reverse. It's a reverse kick. So I saw it coming. I was able to get my leg up. And if I was looking higher up, I'm missing it. If I'm looking high up, go ahead. I don't see it coming. And I knew he was throwing a kick because I'm trained. But I didn't know how it was going to be. I thought that was going to be a leg one, and he slipped it into my ribs. Now, go ahead and keep your eyes up and tell me when you see my kick. Okay. So, ready? Here, go ahead. Block. Ooh. When did you see it?
When you turn your body.
Okay, so by the time it's already made it half the distance, he's registering it and knowing that, okay, I know it's coming somewhere in this area, but I don't really know where. Keep your eyes at shoulder level and let it be a soft gaze. So appreciate you guys coming out today. If you guys want to look at other videos, I really urge first go through the stance, go through the jab tutorial, and then go through the reverse tutorial, and then implement other, like we did, the eyes, the small stuff, and really just drill it in. So in sparring, try it out. Try sparring, doing a couple rounds where you're just staring into the eyes and having your gaze higher up versus shoulder level. I mean, you can see right here, as I'm higher up, my chin is out, lower, chin is kind of tucked. So helps keep your chin tucked as well. Overall, really good method to use. And I urge you to honestly use it. And if you guys got any other questions, didn't agree with anything I said, drop them in the comments. I'll be glad to respond and open for discussion. Got an open mind on this stuff, so I'm always willing to learn. Hopefully we can learn from each other and just build a good community overall. But we'll see you in the next one.